How's it going, guys? It is Ryan and welcome to the first episode of the 2003 Career Mode season, and we are here in the Williams of Juan Pablo Montoya as we'll be going around the first round of the season at Australia. This is the traditional season opener for this one. I just want to quickly say, guys, thank you so much for the response in the videos for this, of the announcement and regarding the future. Now I just want to quickly just show you something. You can see it's worth driving as Juan Pablo Montoya, but the helmet is Ralf Schumacher. There's a bit of a weird glitch with this mod, where, for example, if I'm Montoya, I get the teammate's helmet and vice versa. So it is a bit strange, but I don't know. Hopefully I can change this for next episode. If not, I do apologise in advance. But we're in for qualifying. We're currently P5. I'm taking a reasonable time of 1:26.5 as we'll go into turn 1 very cleanly as well, coming then down the straight where the DRS would be if we're in modern conditions situations, but actually we're in the 2003 season where there was traction control, that everything was helped for the drivers to keep the cars on the track basically. But so far so good, clean first sector here from us. Went a little bit wide out of that corner, just missing the apex completely. But you can see, doesn't actually tell me, but we're up by half a second on our best time so far in the first sector. So we are on the charge with Fernando Alonso leading the way with a 1:25 flat. So Renault looked pretty strong in this mod, which I did mention in the announcement video, and it was pretty close right at the start of this recording that Renault actually picked Williams by the time I started this episode recording. So if you guys want me to do a second season of this 2003 career mode, then please let me know in the comments below, and I will consider going to either Ferrari or possibly Renault maybe down the line, but we'll wait and see. But we're coming to the end of the lap then, and we're coming into the second to last corner, coming up right about now. And very tricky corner this one in this in these classic cars. You can see just a little bit of oversteer on the car, pushed us a little bit off the apex, but we're coming out of the final corner very conservatively, but we're going to come across the line right about now, and it's going to be a 1:25.8, which puts us P4 provisionally for the time being. And it was an okay lap, not going to lie, it wasn't my best, but in a pretty strong position at that point. And as you will see at the end of qualifying, which you didn't set another time, we actually went down to P7, only a second off the fastest time by none other than Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari with a 1:24.8. With Alonso second, our teammate Ralf Schumacher in P3, Barrichello fourth, Coulthard in P5, Trudy P6, us in P7, Jenson Button in the BAR in 8th, Raikkonen in P9 for McLaren, and obviously we can see Nick Heidfeld in 10th, and the rest of the field is on your screens right about now. But it's going to be quite a tricky race, this one. We are doing 25% race if you are new to the Classic Season Career Mode series on there, and we'll be doing all the races from the 2003 season that is available in the game on there. So we'll try the best of my abilities to try and get as much tracks as possible on the calendar for this one. But if you guys want me to do a live episode down the line, then please let me know in the comments below as well, and which track you want me to do it on live as well. So we've got plenty of time for that as we're heading to the grid right about now. As you can see, Michael Schumacher on pole position for Ferrari with Alonso P2. Ralf Schumacher, you can see with the glitch with the helmets, and it is kind of weird. I don't know why the modder did this, if I'm completely honest, but it's a bit strange. And as I said, I'll try and get this fixed for the next round on there. But the lights are on then. Here we go then. Round 1 of the 2003 season. As Juan Pablo Montoya, we are away in Albert Park, and it's a great start from us actually. We get past Jarno Trulli, and Coulthard's being checked up by Michael Schumacher and Barrichello. Ralf Schumacher, sorry, not Michael Schumacher. We'll go down the inside of, I think that was Coulthard on there, and here comes Coulthard around the inside of us here to try and get back the position. But we get some lovely slipstream from the two Schumacher brothers as we're going to come into turn 3. We're going to try and outbrake our teammate here without making any contact. We're going to take the inside line and move up to P4, and Trudy as well has joined us in passing our teammate Ralf Schumacher. So it's a good start here from us up to P4, and it's a good start as Alonso, as you can see, is already putting a gap already to the pack, which is definitely not what we want to see on this. It's on Legend AI, it's the highest difficulty on this game, so I am going to try my very best to try and beat the Renaults, because it's going to be quite tricky in this one. As you can see, Bruin's back has gone very wide actually, and we're going to get a good exit here as Schumacher was held up there. We're going to try and go down the inside of Michael Schumacher going into the fast left-right chicane, but we're going to back out of it, I think, a little bit to avoid contact there. Just 2 does not tango through that chicane, and we lost a lot of speed there as Trudy had to back out as well. So he's lost now a few tenths there, and that's Jenson Button's actually moved up to P5. jumping ahead of Truly, who had to check up there. Barrichello runs very wide in that little corner there, as we're going to come out then towards the penultimate corner. And a look at the gap Alonso's putting out already. He's actually lost a little bit there. He lost the back end a little bit. But this last corner, the AI are very OP. As you can see, he just can't get the power down. Unlike the AI, and Button is right on our trumpets then, down the main stretch. We're going to start lap 2 then of this race. And you can see the gap. There's only 3 tenths behind Schumacher. We get really late into turn 1 there, locking the front right. Barrichello's had a back end moment. Slows him down and slows down Schumacher. We're going to go try and go around the outside of the Ferrari then. Going to try and make it into turn 3. Button's on the outside. He's going to try and do a cheeky move. Barrichello's run wide, and we take the position. Schumacher's taken the position. Button's trying to go around the outside of us and just can't get it done. But Barrichello's mistake has moved his teammate Michael Schumacher up to P2, and that's what you want there. But we're going to go a few corners later, and as you can see, we run a little bit wide with the dirty air from Barrichello, which slows us down. You can see Barrichello's starting to pull away a little bit. He's going to try and get that second place back from his teammate Michael Schumacher, as Alonso goes wide as well. Out of that corner, it slows down Michael and Rubens Barrichello as well. So we're going to get a beautiful run here on all 3 of them, get a triple slipstream down the back straight towards this next corner. And we're going to go around the outside of Rubens Barrichello and we get it done there. Brilliant move there from Juan Pablo Montoya, and we're up to 3rd place now, as we'll move on to lap 3, as Ralph Furman actually sets the fastest lap, which is quite a shock on there, as Alonso's gone wide, Schumacher's gone wide, and we've gone wide as well. Schumacher's broke early for the corner, making a little bit of contact there, pushes him a little bit wide, and we're going to try and go around the outside of him there. Bit of an aggressive move from us, if I'm honest, but it is Juan Pablo Montoya, if I'm honest. So we're up to P2, but look at the gap Alonso's now pulled out on the end of lap 3. The gap is now 2 seconds to the Spaniard, as we've got Michael Schumacher behind, only half a second back. So we've got to be thinking about that. But as you can see on lap 4, the next lap, Alonso has slowed down a little bit. Maybe his tyres are running out of grip here. And you can see the gap is only down 3 tenths of a second, as we've pulled a 2-second gap to Schumacher, who's having issues trying to hold off his teammate there of Rubens Barrichello in P4. So me and Alonso pulled away, and speaking of Alonso, he's gone wide once again. He's having very strong issues with that corner, as we're going to take the inside then of Fernando going towards the chicane section once again, and it will be an easy pass there into the lead of the race. There's been a little bit of banging there, the wheels banging, but we take the lead of the Australian Grand Prix from Fernando Alonso there. So it's a great start here from us already from where we started, and we're up to the lead of the race. But don't count Alonso out just yet, because here he comes around the outside. He goes, and he's going to make the move. He's gone too deep into the corner and goes into the gravel, trying to make that move stick around the outside. Does not work, and that has cost him massively, as his teammate Jarno Trulli is now up to P2 on them with Alonso P3. So that really was a key pivotal moment of this race, I have to say, on there. But look at the gap we pulled already to the next man, which is Jarno Trulli, 2.5 seconds, with Alonso down to 3rd and just holding on to that 3rd place for Michael Schumacher. So very big moment, that one, and definitely one to think about for Fernando Alonso and Renault next time around. But it's on to the end of lap 5. We will be making our only pit stop of the race, jumping off these tyres and going to another set of tyres once again. Getting the pit box perfectly there, as we've got Trudy in the pits as well, who's joining us in once again. So we're going to go all the way down there. You can see on the right hand side, it's still got the 2013 pit lane people and all that. Hasn't really changed. The modder hasn't really done any of this, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll just have to take it on the chin on there. But we're going to come out of the pits in, I believe, P9, P10. And you can just see there, I think that was Giancarlo Fisichella at the back of it, I believe. I think, I could be wrong here. And I'll just wait for the timing screens to change. It is Jos Verstappen in P9 with Jacques Villeneuve in that BAR in 11th place. And actually, he's got a good run on us here, and could maybe get a cheeky move, but he just doesn't get it done. But he's still with us in 11th place. We come to the end of lap 6, and the rest of the field will be making their only pit stop of the race, as Jacques Villeneuve still with us actually, so he's going for another cheeky lap here on there, as we will come out, I think, in P2, I think. We do indeed. So we've got a massive jump on the pack of Alonso, Trulli, Schumacher, to name a few, Barrichello as well. But Jacques Villeneuve still with us here, I think he's on the harder tyre on the Prime, so he's done pretty well, I've got to say. Giancarlo Fisichella leads the way in the race in the Jordan, so he's doing pretty well, is Giancarlo, and I know a certain YouTuber will be very pleased with that. FizzyFan91 will be very happy with this performance from Giancarlo, but he's gone wide though, and that's a sign of his tyres degrading. That's not what we want to see for any Fizzy fans out there. So he's going to probably pit this lap, as Trudy's now back up to 3rd after Villeneuve pitted, and he does indeed pit. So Fisichella comes in for his only pit stop onto the softened tyre. He will go, and we will retake the lead of the race then, with only 5 laps to go of this one, and it looks like it's going to be a comfortable victory for us in the first race there. So a lot we can see, and one thing I do like about this mod is the mistakes mod that's been installed on this, which I put in just to spice things up a bit with the AI. And you saw there with Alonso frequently a few times, Barrichello making mistakes as well, going wide. That's what we want to see in this series. And so we'll press on then to the end of lap 12 onto 13, and we set a new fastest lap of the race, a 28.6 for us. It's a very impressive lap time from us on race fuel, so very particularly happy with that. And the confirmation from us is on the screen right there, but you can see truly slowly but surely catching us, not by much, which is with only 3 laps to go isn't really going to help his cause on trying to win this one unless we make some mistakes. As you can see, we're just losing the back end a little bit there, so maybe the tyre wear may be playing a factor here in this race. But we can see we're going to go on to the final lap of the race. Buttons up to P3, and Jacques Villeneuve gets the fastest lap of the race at 27.7 on there. The gap's actually dropped, as you can see now. It was like 10 seconds to third, it's now 8.8, and what's the gap to the lead, to second place? That gap is 8.8, so actually they are catching us a little bit, but as you can see, we're on the last lap. It won't make any difference right there. We've played it well with strategy. Just the tyres is going to be a bit of an issue for us throughout the remainder of the season, and the pace of the Renaults as well. If they didn't make those mistakes today, they could have been a definite contender in this one. We just lose the back end there. The tyres are completely shot completely right there, but we're going to come across the line. Luckily to not hit the wall and retire, but we will win the first race of the season, the 2003 career mode. We win the Australian Grand Prix. A brilliant drive. Not Ralf Schumacher, it is Juan Pablo Montoya who wins it on there. So definite good start for the first race of the season. Plenty more races to go, and things could change as we go along. But here are the race results then. Montoya wins by only 7 seconds actually from Jarno Trulli, with Jenson Button in third and Raikkonen in fourth. Alonso, who did pretty well at the start, was leading the race at one point, is in fifth. Olivier Panis for Toyota gets its first points of the season, with Giancarlo Fisichella with his impressive long stint gets P7, with Ralph Furman, his teammate, in P8. Christian Ogier gets 9th, and Nick Heidfeld completes the top 10. Big names, Ralf Schumacher in 11th, Coulthard down in 14th, Rubens Barrichello actually in 19th place for Ferrari, and Michael Schumacher there in 13th. So a lot of surprises in this one in terms of the race results there. Lots to think about, but as I said, it's early days yet for this championship, and it is basically the same as it is from the race results there. So we won't be looking at the championship as much as we would have liked, but the constructors will be very interesting to see who is on top at this point, which we will find out in a few moments' time on there. So the next round, guys, will be at Brazil, I believe it is, and as you can see, there is confirmation of the Constructors' Championship. Renault lead the way by 3 points from us, with BAR Honda in third, with McLaren in fourth, and Toyota in P5. And look at Ferrari, second last. What can you say about that, guys? That is bad for the prancing horse on there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the 2003 career mode. The next one will be out maybe the end of this week or the start of next week. It will be a weekly series on the channel as we'll do the 2003 season. Let me know in the comments below of what track you want me to drive live on air for you guys in next time. And this is the thing I was on about. Look at that. We had Ralf Schumacher's helmet, and now we've got Juan Pablo Montoya's helmet again. It's a bit weird, but make sure, guys, to slap a like on this video and subscribe for more F1 content on the channel as well. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching this. It's been Ryan. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next time for another video. Until then, it's goodbye for me. Take care.